It was a cold winter night. A young man named Adil was running through the streets, clutching his worn-out bag. He was late again, late for his night shift at the factory. His father, once a bus driver, had fallen ill years ago, and since then, Adil became the only earning hand of the family. Adil's dream was simple. He wanted to study engineering. He had the talent, the grades, and the hunger. But after his father's illness, every coin he earned went into medicines, rent, and food for his younger siblings. His books remained locked in an old trunk under the bed. That night, as Adil boarded the last bus of the route, he sat quietly at the corner, exhausted. The conductor looked at him and smiled. "Adil, you remind me of your father. He drove this very bus for 25 years." Hearing that, Adil's eyes filled with tears. His father's whole life had been spent driving, yet he never drove his own destiny. Adil didn't want to end up the same, but life kept testing him. Day by day, his dreams slipped further away. He worked double shifts, came home to a sick father, helped his siblings with homework, then quietly opened his engineering books at midnight, fighting sleep. One day, his father called him to the bedside. In a weak voice, he said, "Beta, I lived my life making sure you never missed a meal. Don't live yours driving buses like me. Promise me, you'll chase your dream." Adil's throat tightened. He nodded with tears streaming down. But reality was cruel. Soon after, his father passed away. The family was shattered. Adil nearly gave up. Responsibilities were too heavy, dreams too costly. But then he remembered his father's last words. That promise burned in his heart. He decided he would not let poverty bury his ambition. He worked at the factory all day, drove rickshaws at night, and studied whenever he found a corner of time. People mocked him, saying, "You're wasting your life chasing impossible dreams." But Adil kept moving. Years passed. After countless failures, he finally secured a scholarship. With blistered hands and sleepless nights, Adil completed his degree. He didn't just become an engineer. He became one of the top innovators in his field, designing low-cost transport systems for poor communities. The world knew him as an achiever, but Adil knew the truth. Every success he had was because of a promise made on a dying father's bedside. One evening, while inaugurating a new bus system, Adil stood in front of a crowd and said with trembling voice, "My father drove buses his whole life so I could build them. Today, I dedicate this to him. Every dream you sacrifice for your loved ones comes back one day, stronger, brighter." Sometimes, responsibility delays your dream, but it never destroys it. If your why is strong enough, no struggle can stop you.